You know, dealing with this hyper-advanced technology
Can't believe
is
I was
quite
muted. Oh my
challenging enough
God.
without the place also being bloody haunted.
Did you figure out anything else about the generator?
When I said it was outputting enough energy for 2 new Jerusalems, I wasn't kidding. It really was. And no emissions of any kind. I'd have to run more tests, but it seems like a perfect power source.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, they need a power source. I was saying down there, it's cool how it's like we're dreaming almost when we're close to the magnets or whatever. I don't know. But it was going, in your words, bananas. Bananas.
True, but that was user error.
There will always be user error.
I think I could idiot-proof this thing, but I do take your point. Pellegrino once almost killed himself with a bucket.
Poor Pellegrino. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really remember what we did. We emergency shut down. So I guess we turned it off. Whatever it is. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Monster Hunter swamp area in Rise specifically. Oh, hello. Let me discover this. I need to go to number 1. I didn't understand that thing I picked up, so I need to go to number 1 and see if it will explain it to me. Oh, don't make me go up there. Okay, alright, well... We'll come back to here. Oh, I can just hop on there. Yeah. So just the way it worked in the thing. I thought I tried to do that inside the puzzle and it didn't work. What are you doing up there? I think we're pretty close. Yep. Just go. I don't... Is there something I'm supposed to see from these places? What is the point of this otherwise? Yeah, wrong one. Where are we going? Oh man, it's so far away. This is gonna take forever. Man, this one is really meandering. Oh, you piece of shit. No, it's right there. Come on. Ah, almost had it so the music didn't stop. At least I already got that achievement.
Yearn for a better world. Yearn for it with such intensity that your heart suffers. Keep your eyes on that distant vision even when you know that you may never reach it.
So good. Good statement. So Prometheus keeps saying things about utopia and making a better world. The Sphinx speaks in riddles. Who would have saw that coming? And Pandora speaks in warnings. What else, Melville?
What is it?
What's going on with the megastructure symptoms?
Now, I suspect Byron is still logged in, and his presence has thrown everything out of whack. Entire subsystems are locked down, and everything that depends on those subsystems is disrupted.
Have you heard anything from Byron at all?
There was a short burst of noise on the frequency we used to communicate, but that could have been anything.
What can you tell me about Cornelius?
He taught me a lot when I was young. Nowadays, people just know him as the museum curator, but back then, he was closely involved with every engineering project, and he was brilliant. When he encountered a problem, he'd always remain calm and keep working at it until he found a solution. I wish I could be that patient.
Why didn't Athena and Cornelius just both vanish together?
If I had to guess, I'd say so that Cornelius could still go back for anything they needed. He was always leaving on expeditions anyway, looking for materials for his projects.
Did Cornelius create the museum of the simulation? And if so, why? What was his inspiration for that? Is there something else going on at the museum, maybe? You know, besides what we can see? What do you think about Miranda creating life?
Personally, I'd focus on creating things that help human beings. But her desire to spread life seems admirable to me. If most of the universe is dead, not doing anything with all that space seems like a waste.
I just flat out disagree with some of you who say that everything it revolves around us, basically. Without consciousness, what does anything matter? And like, what does it have to matter? Why didn't this work in the other thing? Double space. Okay, so whatever surface you pointed at is where the gravity will be. That's what it is. Oh, and it'll show where things go. Awesome. That's cool. Well. Oh, fuck. Where's the... Where's the blue? Are you serious? It's like somewhere at the beginning? Oh my god. Oh, but I'll be stuck. I'll be stuck if I jump down. Oh, I don't... This is making me feel sick. This is... I don't like it. Yeah, I'll be stuck. I won't be able to get back. So, what do we do? How do we go look over there for a power source? Oh, it's right there. Never mind. Ooh. It's making my eyes hurt.
If the language of creation is a kind of melody, maybe that's why we respond to music the way we do. Because we recognize something that can't be expressed in any other way. And when we play music, we participate in something ancient, in an act of creation.
But I'd get stuck in there if I went in there. Just... Maybe there's a ladder that I can't see. I can't think of anything else to do, so full send. Look, it's just kind of sucking me in. Okay. Oh. I managed to fall out here. There is a ladder. Okay. It's kind of a leap of faith, though, that you had to take. And it stays because of magnets. Oh, you know what? I'm silly. What did I do that for? What I need to do is... Oh, this is very trippy. I guess that's fine, whatever. I hope that we don't do too much more of this. It's a little bit painful. Physically painful. We've seen multiple cases of anti-gravity on the island. The potential industrial applications of this technology are staggering. So many of the challenges we face when trying to build involve gravity, moving things, lifting things, keeping things steady. One could say that a significant part of human history has been just a long struggle with gravity. With anti-gravity, all these processes would become simpler and safer. A victory from humankind, as Byron would undoubtedly say. These structures. Jeez. Connect everything. Connect everything and then put them where we want them. You know, wherever that is. I feel like... I don't know. Okay, so this won't even reach through this bar. Or this one. Cool. So, that's there now. Huh. Well, if we put this here... I don't think we can just... We have to be up. These ones are taking a lot of forethought. I don't know that I can handle much more complicated than this. Sorry to be a grump, but what's going on with our battery tech? I had my battery replaced just a couple years ago, and it's already constantly in need of recharging. I can't spend half my life in sleep mode. Is this really what we're coming to? This is exactly what we're coming to. Battery ingredients are rare. We can't scavenge further without building outposts. Herman shut down the mine project. What did everyone expect? You should learn to live with less. Sleep mode is a great time to meditate and think about our place in the universe. Do you really need to be active all the time? Let's not start a panic about a minor technical issue. Mistakes happen, Stolo. Please talk to Pellegrino or Neath about getting a replacement, which I'm sure will work a lot better. Sure thing, Jeremy. Truly a politician's answer. This was red. Oh, that's red too. Are you flippin' serious? So oh, we can target those through. Okay. I feel like even if I put this on a box, it wouldn't be high enough.
I've known Byron since day one. I was the first to be born with upgrades from the original Soma design, and he was the first to volunteer to upgrade his existing body.
Yeah, he was a big supporter of upgrades. Deliberate evolution, he called it.
Athena and Cornelius were very kind to me. And so was Byron, but he also made fun of me. And oddly enough, that made me feel more like an equal than anything the others said.
Okay, great. Where's the thing? It's over here, right? Oh, it's right there. Okay, yeah, I am gonna need this. We're gonna need to put this here. You know, I could just walk it up there, right? Don't know that we really need the gravity thing, right? What did that really do for us? I guess I could have put it on the ground and then, I mean, unless I need to put this somewhere else first because I need something else for this pressure plate. So, but I don't really understand. Of course, the fucking fans are not detachable. I think it's. I understand. I get it. Oh, I lost my connections. Whoops. Actually,
I hate solving puzzles myself, but watching you solve them is kind of fun.
I'm glad. Did they open a door so that I could get out? They did. The environment has been modified to allow life to spread. Most of the life forms can be found in other parts of the island as well, but some appear to be endemic to this region. It's possible they were genetically modified to be better able to survive here. There are some particularly gorgeous dragonflies that I cannot help but think were deliberately designed to be beautiful, but maybe I'm making the same mistake our ancestors made, seeing intent where there is none. That's very possible. We don't know for sure what Miranda's been up to, and Athena, and Cornelius, but I mean, yeah, no, there's a ton of stuff that's beautiful in this world that, you know, I think, just kind of exists. Like dragonflies. I think all dragonflies are pretty freaking awesome. Oh. This is not a drilling wall, it's a magnet wall. Okay, I think I know what to do. Oh, okay, yeah. Wait. I need this here. Like, yeah, I gotta pull this through its own hole with this, but, what about me? Oh, it'll work on me too. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We already know that I can go through those holes by jumping up and down in them, but, that makes sense. I didn't think I'd be able to physically fit. But when gravity shifts, then you shift too, I guess. They said the name of the game. Digging through the archive, I was surprised to discover that there is a movie based on the Talos Principle, an international co-production written by Robert Harrison Blake, a pseudonym for an unknown screenwriter, and directed by a young Sergio Leone. It stars Peter Ustinov as Straton of Stygira, Zero Mostel as his comedic sidekick Nicomachus, and Angel Aranda as the earnest Amintus. It's not a realistic biography of Straton, but a kind of sword and sandal fantasy epic that culminates in Straton building a replica of the mythological robot Talos to defeat the war-crazed Spartans. That part is fun and surprisingly well done for its tiny budget, but the movie also contains a number of fascinating dialogue scenes inspired by Straton's work. Ustinov as Straton has a line that I really liked. There are always hard times in human history, Amintus. Do you think we are the first to be besieged by enemies, or to doubt the wisdom of our allies? But while yesterday is set in stone, a better tomorrow is always within our grasp. That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing. How weird that this film is not better known. It's what Trevor said in that audio file 1K found. Great art isn't always appreciated in its own time. It's not like people particularly loved Straton himself, but we can appreciate it now. Yes, Trevor was right about something. That happened. My great-grandmother lived to be 108 years old, retaining her sharpness of mind to her last day. A couple of months before she died, I interviewed her for my podcast. At the end, I asked her the same question I ask every guest. What is something you wish everyone understood? She thought about it for a while. Then she said how it was before. She tried to explain how much time she spent every single day on utterly mind-numbing activities, like hauling water from the well, and how radically everything changed when their area was finally connected to the electrical grid. Before there was no time to live, she said, no time to be free, only work, work, work. I countered by saying that there didn't seem to be much time to live now either, but she laughed derisively. I had no idea what work really meant, she said. Young people were weak and feckless, and that's why we let corporations exploit us. Slightly unnerved by her harshness, I asked her if she missed anything about that time. Old photos, our village seemed idyllic to me, but my grandmother quashed any romantic notions I might have had. The past is bad, she said with some finality. Let it be. So many thousands of generations of suffering. Even a single life full of tragedy seems outrageous and unacceptable to me. That's why we have to make it have meaning. I love this. The book of annotated internet comments. I haven't found nearly enough of these. I just think people are dumb, like relentlessly fucking stupid, absolute fucking morons. Human history is a fucking clown show from beginning to end. The average person, just a slobbering buffoon, bumbling through life like a drunk gorilla in a fucking china shop, breaking stuff left and right, throwing shit at the walls and never understanding a single fucking thing that happens. 5358, I mean, just look at this fucking software, putting asterisks where swear words should be. People are afraid of fucking words like they have magic powers. But the real world shit that is fucking ruining their lives, that's fine because they're too fucking dumb to do something about it. Return to monk? Brother, we never fucking left. What? A curious inversion, the return to the mythical state of monk or monkey is usually portrayed as a material return to earlier stages of development, but here the author instead portrays it as a mental state that has never been surmounted. I would like to meet Uncle Eustathius. Eustathius, I think is how they said it. I would like to meet Uncle Eustathius one day. He sounds like someone who is always curious about everything. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. The first new human arrived today. What? Oh, calls himself Arkady after Chernyshevsky. Spirits are still dampened by the loss of Yemo, but everyone is making an effort. I feel a little sorry for him. He's still so curious, jumping at shadows and staring up at the sky at night, just like I used to do. And here we are, a bunch of grouchy old humans that have seen it all and are weary and tired and sad. I wonder what he makes of it all. But be that as it may, we're making good progress on the new living area, although Arkady will have to use Yemo's old quarters for the next few weeks. Wow, so like 13 of them really just kind of were it for a long time, and then they decided they wanted to make more infrastructure and build more people, and so they fucking did. And it took however long it took. Jeez. That's the lab. Here's number 7. And then there's whatever extra shit was going on in that one area. Delivery. Candygram. Yeah, okay, I do need that box. Zoom. Huh. What? What the hell is the point of this? Suspicious. Okay. What? I can send things over here. Why the hell would I need to do that? I guess... No, why the hell would I need to do that? I'm so confused. Because I think my plan would have to be... I don't need that open, I don't think. My plan would have to be, put this up here. Oh. Yeah, that's why. The only way that would work is to send the connector on a box. I would need a box, the connector, and the gravity changer. And the fan. I need those 4 things. So that would be my plan, to send it up, and then over, and then over. And this is kind of where I want it to land. Because we can't walk this in here. That's the problem. So in order to get the connector here, I'm assuming this is pretty much the spot up here where you'd be able to see. You have to go like in a circle, basically. Huh. But we can't get... Whew. Okay, well then I guess we have to take this in here and do it all from here. I think that's the only thing we can do. If we can do that. We can't target these through bars? Are you freaking kidding me? I guess we don't need this anymore. I like the ones where I send stuff around the maps. I don't mind doing that. It's just, it's hard when it's me that has to walk on the walls and stuff. That messes with me. Oh, huh. Okay. I think I can do this. Motherfuckers. Nope. What the hell opens this? Nothing? The jammer. Oh my god, what am I looking at? Thing is in there, I think. But, how is this gonna work, though? Because... couldn't see that damn thing from anywhere. I think in order to make this work, I need the accumulator and I need the jammer. Okay, I have to put this in. Okay. So this thing can only be traded out here because I need it to float me up here. Not even gonna reach, doesn't matter. It's not gonna reach either. Motherfucker! Oh, just There we go. Now what? Whoop, shit. No, get me out. What? Oh. What?
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
On my last return to New Jerusalem, I perused the latest artistic offerings and found myself deeply disappointed. There is nothing more despicable to me than an artist who pursues the appearance of morality. Moral art is trash, garbage,
Appearance.
not even good enough to be used as wallpaper.
Appearance.
If art is a religion, then morality is for those who want to be seen in church. True art is for those who believe. Art must be ecstatic, a work of revelation, created in pursuit of the truth, no matter where it leads.
Sure.
An artist must be an agent of chaos in times of order, and an agent of order in times of chaos.
Man, this guy. Definitely good at giving food for thought. Larger organisms from the northwestern plains are already moving into the rivers. I've seen frogs and dragonflies. The last generation of plants has really taken root, no pun intended, and is slowly transforming the desert. And yesterday a bunch of seagulls showed up. With some more work, we could apply this anywhere, including Mars or Mercury or somewhere much farther away. We could transform a lifeless rock into a place teeming with life. We could make millions of dead worlds come alive. This, again, I said this before, but I don't think you realize, okay, yeah, Mars, Mercury, that's one thing, but deserts on Earth are actually full of life, as they are. In this kind of slightly post-apocalyptic world, I guess I don't know for sure that that's the case, maybe, but desert does not mean devoid of life, if we're really talking ecologically. Human beings are deeply and inherently irrational, the claim goes, and on some level it's hard to disagree. The most human behaviors are irrational and in a sense unnecessary. As animals, we don't need to write poetry, pray, or observe the stars. But to view human history as largely irrational is to get it backwards. The problem with human history, blah blah blah, the pragmatic everyday realities of mere survival to the cold logic of global realpolitik, is that it is in fact ruthlessly rational, blah blah blah. Far too little space for irrational things like kindness or inspiration. Those who imagine that a return to a more rural, traditional form of living would be a romantic turning away from the tyranny of reason forget that there is no one more brutally rational than the farmer. It is the city that allows us the romance of the countryside. It is a technology that allows us to appreciate nature. The purpose of reason ultimately is to build frameworks within which we can be irrational. I like that.
After we talked about science fiction, Alex gave me a book. Her favorite book, a novel called Athena. It's not exactly what I'm used to reading, but it's pretty good. And it really made me wonder how we're going to be perceived if this project works out. Are we going to be mythologized? Is Alexandra going to be this distant mythical figure instead of the real, funny, human person that she is? It's hard to imagine that we'll all have been dead for hundreds of years. Man, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to die.
Okay. Wait. I'm confused. I'm confused. Is it, do we have to bring this in here for some reason? I guess I don't understand why I would need to do that, but okay, trust the process. Why is this here? Oh, but I can't drop this onto here from here. What am I supposed to do? I think that I am trying to get me to float, you know, here, basically, but the question is then how do I get myself, it's like we have to float and then like we have to change it in midair, but I don't think we can do that. We can't hold this, wherever it went. We can't hold this and have it produce gravity. You have to drop it, just like everything in this game. I feel like we can send this box in circles if we really wanted to. I don't know that that is something that would be useful. No, this doesn't quite go up high enough. Okay, this I don't get. What the fuck? This is the area where there's some shit happening back here. I don't know if that is like part of this puzzle or just completely separate. I think it should be probably separate. Again, everything you need to solve a puzzle should be contained within the puzzle. But what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Why are these, like... starting to get to me, man. We've left a few behind, completely undone. Gosh, that one in that last area, I barely looked at it, and I was going insane. I was like, I can't even see how to start it. And this is kind of the same for me right now. I'm spinning my wheels and I've barely begun. I wonder, let me reset this one. Question block. I wonder if we don't want to move this over here. We can't move it sideways though. It's not in the right place. Where else can we move it? Actually, okay, now I think, what if we do this? Like, it zooms it there, even if you interrupt the flow of gravity. Okay, I guess that's whatever, good to know. So I feel like starting out, the only thing I can do with this box is bring it over here, and then we can bring it down here. That's it. I don't feel like I even have any other options. I can't scoot it over to this one. I feel like is that what I'm trying to do? Get the box here? But then what does that do for me? I can bring this in here. I can bring the grab shifter in here. So fucking what? I don't understand. Bringing the grab shifter in here. What does that do for me? And this is attached. I feel like I have to stand on top of this box if I'm gonna be able to go, but then I can't turn the pressure plate on to get the fan going. Okay.
What is freedom? Is it merely to be ruled by those who speak one's language or share one's customs? No. That is merely a more convenient servitude. Is it to have no obligations, no loyalties? No. That is not to be free, but to be alone. What of freedom from hunger and thirst? Here we are closer to the truth. For freedom requires life. But one may have all the meat and all the wine in the world and still not be free. The most important freedom of all is the freedom to speak one's mind, to make one's thoughts public without fear, and so participate openly and boldly in democracy. It is the freedom of the dissenter and the gadfly, the rebel and the fool, that is the true measure of whether a city is free.
This is how we get up here. What can I even see from here? There's no connectors in this one, I don't think. This can't do green. This can't do green. Also, apparently this can't actually connect. That can't be right. It's freaking out. That can't be right. I guess we're gonna go ahead and do this. And leave it here. Man, I thought this was actually gonna like lead us somewhere. And those fans over there, how do we get up there? Maybe this has to point at something else over here. But that to create a green beam with that thing, we're gonna need we're gonna need two beams to come together, basically. So we gotta find one of those thingies. Let's see what happens when we get up there. Once I figure this out, I can readjust the things. The inverters and whatnots. I couldn't see this one from there. Where's this? Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh. This is what I attached it to. Well, that doesn't really help. So what is up here? Oh, nice. This is a really interesting area. I didn't try that other triangle one. Why don't we do that? Really? Just gonna stumble across that one, huh? Let's go ahead and pop into here and see what's happening first. See if this is actually fucking doable for me. Well, I can just climb the ladder. That's fun. Yeah, I can climb the ladder, but... can't take stuff with me that way. Oh my god. I didn't even see that. I have to get this door open first. How do we do that? this the only... It's the only grav wall in this puzzle. This one right here. Detaching the fan to put on this pressure plate. Yeah, but we can't do that without... We can't bring the fan over there without hopping, without using it to hop up here. I feel like I can get this one. I can do it. We'll get there. Need that fucking box? I mean... I guess the question is, where do we open just this door and not this door? Like, how would that even work? I don't understand that. Like, if I can open this door, why wouldn't I just open this one? I don't really understand what's happening. I think... Maybe because you can see it from here. Yeah. Have we tried this before? It did not bring itself. Okay, that's fine. I think this will work. Son of a bitch! Fuck you and your stupid little arbitrary bullshit rules. Oh my god, they really were like, no, you can't use the box. No! Rude. Rude. Honestly. What is even the point of getting the box then? If I can't do it like this? What was the point? Do I even need it? If it's just gonna be in the way. Good grief. Even if I put the grav shifter on that, it might be skinny enough that we could get around it, but it's definitely tall enough to get in the way. So you'd want to use the fan. The fan would be the best object to put here, but how the hell are we gonna get the fan over here? I don't think you can. Okay, that doesn't go there, I guess. Just feels like then you would have to put that there and get this to freaking come with you, right? See, I see my little head down there as an icon. You can probably move other grav shifters if you have multiple ones, but I'm willing to bet that you can't take one through its own grav shifts, and I can't get in the grav shift thing and then quickly pick it up. I don't think it will let me. Yeah, I don't think you can grab stuff while you're in the the thing. Well, you know what? Whoop, shit. Let's go back to Old Faithful. I think this is too tall. This much too tall. Sons of bitches. I'm not sure that that was the way you're supposed to do it, but okay, what was over here? This is a different one, I'm pretty sure. Whoops, fuck. And bringing me here did what? I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing over here, so maybe let's get out of here. Okay. No idea. Well, since I'm a little bit running out of time, and I know we'll come back. We'll come back. Let's check this area off. I feel like there's a lot going on here. This is different.
The philosopher Straton of Stagura had little respect for the
Stagura.
gods, and instead placed his faith in Prometheus. Driven by hubris, he asked questions that must not be asked, and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is said that for these offenses, he was put to death by the people of his city. Can you see the folly of his actions?
No. It is never folly to pursue the truth, even if there is a cost. The folly was not his, it was the people who acted foolishly. There is no folly in pursuing the truth. It was only his methods that were mistaken. I can. It was foolish of him to give his own life in pursuit of the truth. I can. He should have respected the traditions and beliefs of his people.
Why do you believe that the truth is worth more than a life?
Truth is everything. The value of the truth is axiomatic. The truth is the only foundation a future can be built on. I don't, but I believe it was Straton's choice to make. The world needs the truth more than it needs one life. Living without truth is not living. One life, if it's you giving your life voluntarily. Like, I'm not, let's sacrifice everybody for the truth. I'm not saying that, but if one person wants to stand up for the truth, then I do believe it was his choice to make. Let's say this. Truth is the only foundation a future can be built upon.
You say this, and yet entire empires have been built on dreams, lies, and illusions.
Yeah, and? You don't disprove what I just said. And where are those empires now? And they would have been better built on a foundation of truth. Some dreams are truthful. You're right, but we cannot keep lying to ourselves forever. Like, kind of all of these are valid, I feel like. All of these statements are somehow valid.
Do you truly believe such a world could be built?
Could be? Yeah, sure. Be difficult.
I used to think so too. No. All is lost.
Huh.
That was surprisingly calm, given how aggressive Pandora has been elsewhere. I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the entities might be epiphenomenal in some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
Yeah, maybe. I kind of just want to jump. I don't think there's anything really for us to jump on top of. Oh, maybe there is. Jump all the way onto this pressure plate from here. It's beautiful. Is this the gold puzzle? But we can get in those now. So, what would be the point? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, let me live. Is this the gold puzzle? I don't... What are you? This is not the gold puzzle. This is 4. Okay. Well, Well, there is so much going on here in this area, and I know... Oh, I know I have not found close to everything. Where is the gold gate? Okay, I took this to mean we'd be able to get inside, but no. We need to do a whole other ring? Oh, and all 4 areas probably... Okay, fine. Okay, well, let's go see what the next area looks like. I'm excited. Maybe I'll do the same thing as last time, try to find the lab and then log off. Because the labs are so interesting. So I've left 1 undone in the last, well, 4 of the last 5 areas we've been to.
I remember when I was quite young, I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then, that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue, completely by accident. And I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me, and we started talking, and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus, and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
So, here it looks like there should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a risk, but I think it'll be worth it.
I think so too.
Have you seen Miranda's design for a transport system that would connect all the labs to the machine?
It's amazing, isn't it? I think she's really excited about showing this place to people one day. She also kept asking me about what kind of monuments we could build, you know, to really transform the landscape, show the possibilities.
But her capsules only fit 1 person.
It's just the first iteration. Give her some time. She'll figure it out. Remember how many mistakes we made in the beginning, even with all the blueprints we had?
But that's not my point. It just worries me that she lacks context. Her imagination is incredible, but it's still limited by what she hasn't experienced.
Would it have been better if she'd been raised in New Jerusalem? If her mind was limited by self-hate and decay? If all she could imagine was sitting around ignoring the universe in favor of self-righteous solipsism?
No, but... I don't know.
Sorry. You're not wrong. We can't stay hidden forever.
So it sounds like Athena left because she just couldn't stand New Jerusalem anymore.
There are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
This is not good. Not good. think it's just the Palm Raider. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because that Tyrus hath said against Jerusalem, Aha, she is broken, that was the gates of the people. She is turned unto me. I shall be replenished, and now she is laid waste. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and will cause many nations to come up against thee, as the sea causeth his waves to come up. And they shall destroy the walls of Tyrus, and break down her towers. I will also scrape her dust from her, and make her like the top of a rock. It shall be a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord God, and it shall become a spoil to the nations. And her daughters which are in the field shall be slain by the sword, and they shall know that I am the Lord. What the fuck? Perhaps faith is neither choice nor submission. Perhaps faith is a demand for our pain to have meaning, for our stories of the world to rhyme, for a world designed by a loving hand. Perhaps I will believe with defiance in the forgiveness of all sins, in the kingdom of God on earth, and even the resurrection of the dead. I will believe with clenched fists and gritted teeth and prayers that refuse to be gentle. Oh no. Did they lose Miranda? And that's why Cornelius came back? Oh my god. When I said Miranda flew too close to the sun, I might have been completely right. I don't know yet.
It's over. We failed. Everything we thought we were doing. It's all ashes now.
I don't think you really believe that.
She's gone, Cornelius. She's gone because I failed her. She's gone because the machine that I built killed her. She was perfect. And now, she's nothing.
I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want her to be perfect, to be blameless. But you didn't kill her, Athena. She killed herself. She killed herself because she was reckless, because she was naive, and frankly, because she was a little arrogant, too.
She was reckless because I filled her head with dreams. Dreams of the future, of a better world. A world that nobody wants.
No, it's not the dreams that killed her. It's that we brought her here. It's that we tried to build all this outside the city. We raised her without people, without society. The wilderness is for prophets, Athena, not for children. We should have stayed, fought for our ideas.
It's too late now. It's too late.
They lost their daughter. Right here in this ruin, Cornelius and Athena lost their daughter. Miranda's dead. So even the Founder doesn't have perfect control over this technology. Even the Founder makes mistakes. Byron was right in a way. We turned the Founder into something she never was. She was never perfect. She was never infallible. No one is. Listen, I understand why you and Byron see so much hope in this technology. You want us to be better, to grow. But what if it all goes wrong? If even the Founder couldn't get it right, what hope do we have?
Nothing's forcing us to repeat the mistakes of the past. Mistakes will happen, but bad things happen no matter what we do. You're right, this technology could destroy us or the whole planet. The risks of the megastructure concern me. That's why we need to know more. Mistakes will happen no matter what. You've
But
already
what if
had
one
mistakes.
mistake is enough? One mistake was enough to kill Miranda. And the energy readings from inside the megastructure are insane. What if we try to use it and blow a hole in the planet?
It is catastrophic thinking. People only ever have these phobias about new things. That's not true. But all our established technologies have their dangers. If we only ever considered the worst case scenario, we'd do nothing and then still die. The universe is inherently dangerous. A major natural disaster is always coming our way. You need to have a little faith in our species. That's what precautions are for. We do things carefully. The planet will be fine in the long run. You're right, this technology could be too much for us. I feel like right now in this moment, he kind of just wants to feel heard. Just because of the way he keeps saying things. Catastrophist thinking. It could be too much for us, but I don't think that that means we should, you know, not do anything with it or try to understand it. We do things carefully.
Don't you think the Founder took precautions? Human history is full of disasters. Do you think they're all down to carelessness?
Cornelius was right.
Arrogance?
Miranda
Not
had free
hubris?
will and she used
Just
it.
a lack of precautions?
Ideas like hubris just absolve us of responsibility. Some disasters were unavoidable, but we can learn from those too. You're right, precautions may not be enough. What's the alternative, Yaqut?
We just don't do it. We leave well enough alone. We rescue Byron, we shut this place down, and we go back to our lives.
Byron would not be having
Let this place become a tomb for Miranda. Anyway, thanks for talking to me. Miranda probably died a long time ago, but somehow this really shook me. She had such a hopeful way of looking at the world, and to think that that's gone is... I don't know.
Hey, some of it lives on in us now, though, right? Is it better to have each other and lose each other than to just fucking stagnate? I wonder what Athena thinks now, if she's still
Thanks for your help,
around.
Okay. The elevator should be working now. And Yaqut, I'm sorry about Miranda. I know you're looking forward to meeting her.
I'm trying to find a way to... That might be like... Might be like the most devastating conversation I've ever heard in a video game. I mean, it's one of those conversations that people have, but you never want to think about it, you know, if it's not you. Because it's too much. It's too much to think about. What conversation would you have talking to your partner after your child dies? It's too fucking much. We don't... Maybe try to think about that if we can help it and not just kind of like laid it out. Here's two parents talking about their daughter they just lost and their guilt and their grief. That's horrible. Great. That's a great note. Great note to end on. Go back to work. Oh my goodness. Have to think about that for a while anyway.